Right, so earlier I showed you how or what the ingredients that you need to make your steamed fish. So as you can see, the pumpkin, the scallion, a pepper, the fish itself, the Maggi fish seasoning. You can also use the Grace fish flavored soup mix, or you can use a regular cock soup. And as I mentioned, the margarine, your bammy, and your okras. Now, because I'm going to do my fish today soupy style, it's going to be a little bit more runny than the regular steamed fish. So I'm going to use the Maggi fish seasoning in it as well. So I have my pot here that I'm heating, and I will be able to show you further how I would add the oil and so on. Okay, so stay tuned and have a great day. So now we're going to pour a little bit of oil in the dry pot. That's the dry pot right there. We pour the oil in it. We don't want too much oil because you know it's just steam. We're steaming something, and normally when you're steaming, you don't want to overpower the um the, the food with too much oil. So it to be oily. So we're just gonna wait for it to be fully warmed. As you see, I threw some of the fish season already. I mean the noodle on the fish. You can use any fish of your choice. You can actually use parrot, you can use snapper, you can use grunt, you can use doctor. Any fish that you eat, you'll be able to use. You can even use sliced fish, but you have to be a little bit more careful with the sliced fish. Alright, so we added the fish as well as a little bit of water to the oil. So this is what it looks like so far. I've turned down the stove a little bit. So I also added the margarine, so the margarine be able to cook with it as well. Now, as it regards to the okra and the bami, I'm not gonna add those too soon because I don't want the bami actually sucks moisture, or sucks liquid I should say, and we don't want the bami sucking up all the liquid out the fish or out the, because as remember I told you that it's gonna be soupy style, so we want it to be as watery as possible, and we don't want to overcook the okra. So when the fish actually starts to steam, then we can add the remaining of the ingredients like the okra and so on. All right, but also shout out to Shana at work and Greg and also Rob for their inputs. You know, I loved, as I mentioned, feedbacks. Watch, give your feedbacks. Tell me what I could have done better. As I mentioned, I'm a new YouTuber, still trying to make. Criticism is always good because you get to know what it is that persons would want to see and also be able to actually correct that. So I actually did some corrections on what you had said, made some corrections here, so I hope it's a little bit better. And as usual, the worldwide viewers, you can add your comments as well, your feedbacks. What do you think I could have done better? What do you think I can do better? Your feedbacks, your likes, your subscription, your comments, even your criticism is also appreciated. So stay tuned here for my steamed fish. Looks lovely. I'm gonna have an awesome day at work today eating this blue parrot right here. And if it is that you wanted, you could have added banana to it, because you could have boiled the banana or a piece of yam in it. As I mentioned, it's soupy style. But stay tuned for what my steamed fish will look like. All right, so I have my okras here pre-washed and ready to be thrown in the pot. I have my half of bami, because you know bami is a very filling food. You don't really need to eat a lot of bami. But here it is so far. This is my fish. Looking oh so sumptuous and nice. So I'm testing the fish. As you can see, the fish is still tough. Simply means that the fish is not, well, it wouldn't be cooked so quick, but it's getting there. So there it is. That's how it looks. Alright, so I'm gonna let it simmer down some more. Then I add my okras and my bammy. So stay tuned. So I actually added the bammies as well as the okra to my mix, and that is what it looks like. So that is the okra, the bammy, as well as the fish coming on very well. And also bear in mind that it is based on how watery you want it to be. So it doesn't have to be, as I mentioned, I am making it soupy style. So it's gonna be a little bit watery than normal. It's gonna look like a soup. So I'm gonna actually have some of the liquid to drink when I'm eating the fish. Versus sometimes, you know, you would buy steamed fish or you would see a person steaming fish and it would just be whole. And the liquid would be a little bit watery, not too much. But I'm doing a soupy style, so it's gonna be a little bit more watery than the norm. Alright? So this is all my soupy style steamed fish looks. Now as you can see, I also added the 2 pieces of plantain. You see my bammy right there, the okras and all of that looking really sumptuous. So because I'm going to take it to lunch for lunch with me, when I place it in the container, I'll just show you a brief video. And here it is, like I mentioned, the soupy style. So I'll have some soup as well as the fish itself to eat later on for my lunch. I can't wait to eat lunch. I feel like I want to eat it right now for breakfast. But as I mentioned, thanks for your likes, thanks for your subscriptions, thanks for your feedback, thanks for your comments, thanks for even your dislikes, because at least you viewed. But I hope your week will still be a productive week. Always put God first. Whatever it is that you want to do, you do it. Do not let anyone stop you or limit you from what you're going to do. And just be positive. So have a productive week. Stay tuned until I see you guys again. And thanks for your views. Your views are always appreciated. Your views are your views real your views are appreciated. Your views really mean much to me. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Stay tuned.